I'm going to assume it worked this time. I'm just going to go right out of the gates and assume that we're live and not be like, are we live? This is why!
It's live.
No, I
It says
know!
live.
I know! But when you watch it back, I know, this is so stupid. It's backwards in the camera, so actually, I don't know what you guys see, but Jordan and I are backwards in the room right now.
It's live on my phone.
Okay, well, when you watch it back, all that talking...
Oh, I'm not watching this back.
all that talking before it said we were live, we were actually live. Anyway, welcome. We have a viewer! We got one!
Is it me?
Oh, it was you accidentally clicking on it?
Probably.
I put a little thing at the top that says, say hi or say hey when you get here, so we know people are actually here. But I think the other thing I forgot about is that when I do this on the computer, you can't see the comments.
Oh, really?
Or maybe I
Want me to
can.
open it up?
Oh,
It
but
should
you know
pop
what?
there.
Actually, I think...
Sure would be nice if all those viewers started leaving comments so we can know if this is working or not.
I don't know if this needs to be closer or farther away. What's the...
Tina Karst is watching. I found that out on my phone.
Oh, because we have two now.
One's me.
Oh, yeah, Tina's... Well,
Does it pop
there
up
we
on
go.
there?
Yeah,
Okay, so I don't
okay.
need to do this then.
No, we're good.
Use up my data.
Well, welcome to
Cheers.
whatever the frick this is going to be.
Yeah.
So this is a little backwards because typically
The camera.
but you're in the driver's seat for literally everything else we've ever done.
Yeah. Yeah, I think even going back to like on the radio, I don't know that I came on your midday show very often.
No, maybe like a couple times during like an like a Care from the Heart radiothon.
Yeah.
Like you came on and just be like, "Hey, Erin, I'm here down at the hospital." Like,
But never like together in person. No. It's
No.
always, so that's. I was actually thinking about that today. If I take over, I apologize.
no, that's fine. Like,
If I just
100%.
start firing you questions.
No, go for it. That's totally fine because I've been talking to myself for
Yeah.
how long, right? I mean, and then Cody was here with me the one time, and I was the boss on that. So
Yeah.
how much do you miss doing stuff like this?
I've got all the equipment at home in my basement to do a podcast if I really wanted to.
Yeah.
And I haven't in a while, so that should probably be an indication.
I really thought a couple days ago about this too, and I was like, I wonder if after we do this, how many days it's going to be before you start another podcast.
I did think that today. Before I showered, before I came over here, I was in the shower having a beer. I was like, because I was excited when you invited me.
Yeah.
And I was excited to come do this.
Yeah.
And so now it is. It's kind of kicks that up a little bit.
Yeah.
I do enjoy it, but I just don't miss it right now. Not that much.
I think, you know what, like, it can be so easy to do when you just flip open a computer and push a button.
Yeah.
But you put so much extra effort into yours. Like, Jordan has been asking me every day.
Every day.
Like, what are we going to talk about? What questions are you going to ask? What can I bring? What time should I be there?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, the less expectations you have, stop asking me
That was
stuff.
a quote. That was
like,
a yes.
I actually, I didn't answer him, I think, for a day and a half. And I just said, I'm not answering you, but it's just because I don't have answers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have anything prepared other than this is what I can offer you to drink. And you shut down all of them.
Yeah, no, I brought my own beer. No, because so when I do a podcast, and you know this,
Yeah.
I would start a group chat with whoever was going to be on a few days in advance.
Yeah.
I'd send a list of 10 to 15 topics so that everybody had time to, figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
I'd invite other topic ideas and,
Yeah.
it was, it's different though, obviously, I like this. This is, just come down,
Yeah.
hit live, see if people watch. It's Saturday night, I'm sure,
Yeah, yours is like
What else
full
would you do?
production value. Like,
Yeah.
mine is, I don't know, donkey show in
No.
Tijuana.
This is great. This is great. This
Okay.
is fun. I'm excited.
You get what you pay for.
And that's why it's free, right?
Yeah. Hi to everybody here so far.
No, I was gonna say that. Okay, so you are full on, as long as I've known you and as long as it's been a thing, so good with social media. And obviously, with the new career path, it's even advanced.
Yeah.
So, how bad do we feel on social media for anybody trying to start a gutter company right now?
Like, you mean like
gutter
gutters
cleaning,
on...
gutter cleaning.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, no, sorry, not gutters. Vent.
Oh
Vent
my
cleaning.
God. Like, who's like trying to do it legit?
What's going on Lethbridge page, everything, like every Facebook page is people just putting scams out there for vent cleaning. All I can think is
car detailing.
the one person who's like, no, I am really starting this business and nobody's taking me seriously. Because it's every post on every one of those pages.
They're trying to actually post their mom and pop shop.
Yeah.
And it just keeps getting taken down every time.
And I like, do you have insight as to why this is happening? Because you are so fluent in social media?
No, and I don't know why that is... Like, that is the go-to one. Like, I'm not sure if it's because, like, that gets you in people's houses. Like, I don't know, after seeing that for at least a couple of years, like, just try another can to kick at. Like,
I don't get the scam. I don't know what it is.
I don't really either.
And now they all post, pay after, pay after, pay after. Like, after the service is done, you pay. So it's not like you pay them up front.
Really?
That's what I'm seeing.
The other one I've seen a couple times lately is people asking you, it's to do with tattooing. And it's like they'll show you like a bunch of pieces of artwork they have for sale that they can tattoo you on a certain day. Just e-transfer them to hold your piece, and then you can come in. They're going to be tattooing out of, say, insert Lethbridge tattoo shop, like as a guest tattooer. So they'll just Google Lethbridge tattoo shops and then pick one. And then if you actually call that shop, they'll be like, no, I've never heard of this person in my life. Do not send. No, but I watched it play out on social media.
It's so bad. Why is everything a scam?
I don't know. Like, nobody wants to trust anybody. Nobody should trust anybody. But there's still good people out in the world enough that they hope for the best.
Aren't you a ray of sunshine?
I'm trying to be. I really am. And like I guess that's part of what comes with this new job, is that I'm trying to take a lot of that negativity and try and turn it and trying to see the positive. But yeah, when you see that stuff online every day, it is exhausting and it makes you really put blinders on, and you do see the worst in people.
It just hit me, like, if somebody's really trying to start like a duct cleaning service, like, they've got to just, there's no winning at that point.
Yeah.
That's also one of those services, I don't know, how often do you do it? I know they say
how often are you supposed to do it?
I think it's supposed to be like every year, but like we had never done it up until a couple summers ago in our place. We've got 2 dogs. The guy came in and cleaned out almost nothing.
Oh.
There just wasn't much there.
So when they post those scams, and
it's
it's
a regular
like
scam.
billowing on their lawns. Must be like a whole condo complex. All right. I want to go back to you bringing beer here, because there was like one thing I wanted to talk about tonight, and I mean, yeah, okay, I could have given you a heads up, but it was like, whatever, it's not a big deal. I don't know if most people know, but like, so Jordan and I we'll give a bit of history, because I mean, I think for the most part, people who are watching probably know Jordan and I worked together for 13, 14 years.
Yeah.
And at the radio station, and Jordan worked there before me for a little bit, and I worked there after him for a little bit. And I would say like brother-sister relationship.
Yeah.
Like,
and we were like as close as you know you can be. Like, it was, we were
like, there was fights.
Oh yeah.
Like, there was
lots
of fights. I was your boss for a good chunk of time.
The first 7 or 8 years was pretty dicey. After that, it got a lot.
I thought you were going to say first 7 or 8 weeks.
No.
because
No.
those were really bad.
No, they're yeah.
Yeah,
Aaron
he
tried to
knows.
get me to quit all the time.
Yeah,
Something like that. She sent me home crying a few days.
he was the like if there is hazing at a new job, he's the ringleader.
Yeah.
I actually hope they haze the shit out of you at your new
No,
job.
they didn't.
Well, they're probably the kindest ladies in the world.
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice. Truth be told, I didn't like you at the start. I mean, we both know that, right? I don't
Yeah.
think that's a secret. Like,
No, I got his job.
yeah, I mean, exactly.
Yeah.
We don't need to get in all the details, but I was told that I had a job, and then all of a sudden, they're like, oh, we hired Erin. I'm like, cool, love her.
And then one time I tried to tell him to do something in an email, and that didn't go over very well.
I don't remember that story, but it's probably best that I don't.
Yeah, I tried to tell you to produce a bunch of stuff for me for my show. It was a bunch of Halloween splitters. You just didn't do them.
I was really busy that day. I do remember. It was a Tuesday.
Yeah.
There was a lot going
It
on.
was probably in September.
Yeah,
still.
it was that. Yeah. It was.
So far out.
Yeah.
No, Jordan was super mean to me for a long time. But, I mean, as...
When you say it like that, it makes me sound like a bad guy. Like, I'm here now.
Yeah.
Obviously, things have worked out.
But yeah, like, we are, I would say, as close as, I think, in my life anyway, because you do have more friends than I do.
Not many. I don't.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to say you have more friends than I do. I think, like, you're easily one of my closest friends, and same thing with, like, my husband, too, and, like, I've said it before on here, like, we are very fond of you and Tina. That's a weird way to put it, but,
Everybody's fond of Tina.
like, you and Tina are very near and dear to our hearts, and, like, so much, in fact, that Jordan officiated our wedding.
I did. Yeah. That was an interesting process.
So we had like this tiny little 30-person COVID wedding, and I don't know if it was because of COVID or if it was something that the government of Alberta introduced right just before COVID, but that was when they decided that basically anybody could just apply online to become an officiant. Like a one-off, one-time, one per person. So like you could only do it for me one time.
Yes.
But like you could do it for someone else.
So yeah, if you get married again in the future, I am.
Yeah, you're done. I have to ask someone else. But yeah, so we asked Jordan.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That was, I mean, I've done countless major events, you know, emceeing events in front of thousands of people, NMAX Center full. The most terrifying thing I have ever done from a public speaking standpoint.
No way.
I can sit in front of people, and I mean, look, I knew most of the people that were at that wedding in some way. Obviously, I know your family a little bit. I know Cody's family a little bit. Yeah. It was really comfortable, but there are certain things that have to be said during that ceremony.
Yeah.
And then afterwards,
like legally.
There's paperwork that has to be signed to make, it was honestly the paperwork afterwards, making sure that whatever needed to be signed got signed. Oh. And
go talk to Dad. Okay, go talk to Dad. Close the door, please.
You have kids?
Okay, go talk to Dad. Who the hell do those belong to?
So anyway, I honestly, for weeks afterwards, until they sent you confirmation of everything at some point, right?
Yeah.
Afterwards?
Yeah.
Once you told me that happened, I was finally able to relax afterwards. I was like, did I do something wrong? Are Erin and Cody actually married?
Yeah. Because
there's a chance they're not. Because all of this is on me.
Yeah. I mean, like...
It was terrifying.
Yeah. It was...
Terrifying.
It was... I remember, I think, even a couple of days before the long weekend, because we got married on the August long weekend, I was even emailing them because I think we hadn't received paperwork or you hadn't received, like there was still stuff missing because during COVID there was like, the government was a mess, right?
And at times when everything is functioning fully normal, it is tough to get quick response from government
Yes,
agencies.
yes.
So during a pandemic, and that was like still in the throes of everything, it was difficult.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna scroll back up.
Are there comments?
Yeah,
People are watching this?
yeah.
All right.
We've got Tina, we've got Karen, we've got Cheyenne, my mom, Sandy, Marisha, Jonathan, Kelly, and then Lorraine says, Jordan, soccer ref Mike Barwagon's mom here.
Oh, awesome.
He's going to be reffing at the Olympics.
That's so cool. I did see, I think there was an article on social media I saw a few weeks ago or something about that.
That is very cool.
He's done a ton of massive international soccer events. I think he's done World Cups. I think he's really, really cool story.
That is super
Right from
cool.
my chair. That's awesome.
Do you remember when you lived in Kimberley as a kid and you played tennis and you almost made it to the Olympics?
No, I don't. I don't know that it went that way.
Didn't you? I'm pretty
We
sure.
went to provincials.
Yeah, okay.
Our high school team won a gold medal in provincials.
I think that was probably one of your greatest achievements in life.
Athletically,
Yeah.
that one, when I was playing B Adam hockey, I scored 8 goals in a game against a team.
How old is Adam? Like 9?
Oh, yeah. What was I, 9, 10 probably?
How did
Yeah.
I know that?
How do I remember that?
Why do I know that?
I don't know. It was pretty cool, though.
That's weird.
Yeah. They put me on defense. I just kept scoring. It was B. It was B hockey. A is good.
Yeah.
B is not.
But if you're on defense, you're not even supposed to be scoring.
Well, that's how good I was. Okay. No, I remember there was like this team was in this tournament, and there were like it was the first year that their town had incorporated a minor hockey program. Like none of these kids could skate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Still scored 8.
Your coach didn't have like, okay, let's take the foot off the
I
gas.
think
for a
they did.
while.
That's why they put me on defense. But I was just like, oh.
You cherry picker.
Defense means you're back. I couldn't be cherry picking.
Oh, yeah, I
when
guess.
back.
Okay.
Come on, Erin.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, no, those are my big athletic achievements in my life.
Oh, God.
I won a lot of money on the King Stanley Cups. Those are also.
Those are athletic achievements.
Those are athletic achievements.
That's fair. They
It was
kind of are.
athletic. It was an achievement.
Yeah. How are they doing this year?
They just lost to Edmonton. Thanks for bringing that up.
Mm.
They're out of the playoffs now.
Mm.
Yeah. Good times.
That sucks.
Good times. Anyway.
Jordan brought his own beer to my wedding as well.
Yeah, that's true. Look, there are certain people who I have hazed, if you want to say, and use that term again, for not bringing beer to events. So I take beer everywhere I'm going.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going somewhere and drinking somebody else's beer.
That's fair.
If I'm there and they offer me one of theirs, okay,
Yeah.
but I'm showing up with beer.
I think my daughter delayed our wedding by almost 2 hours. And you had to be somewhere later that day, like at a hockey draft, or some kind of pool.
I
Or
did
a
have
draft.
something going. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, there was something else I had to do.
like just like a rinky dink. Well, I mean, it wasn't rinky dink. I mean, like it was a beautiful wedding.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah, and it's just for it to still get delayed by 2 hours because I thought that my daughter just had to be quiet, and she was in the house. Like,
Yeah, but it's such a important day. You want everything to go right, and the littlest thing that maybe isn't going the way you planned it can really eat away at you. So nobody, you're good. Nobody was.
my brain wasn't thinking.
And
I guess.
everybody was. It was such a gorgeous day. It was a nice. It wasn't raining and windy. Everybody was good.
Thanks, buddy.
Everything went so perfectly that day.
Aw, thank you.
I didn't use the washroom right for 2 weeks after stressing over everything. But, I'm glad that paperwork came in. Everything's good. You and Cody are
man.
married.
Yeah, we are. Yeah,
I had to thank for.
Oh, it's actually I was pointing, but it's behind that picture. It's in that picture frame.
It's not the one I'm in, but
No, it's not. But I do have that one. It was on my phone this week. It was saved on my phone this week. It's deleted now, but it was on my phone all week. So what is your? That it doesn't have to include me, but if it does, that's awesome. What is your probably one of your favorite memories of radio, or what's one of your favorite things that you got to do because of radio? Because radio does offer us a lot of opportunities, obviously, that a lot of careers and jobs could never even imagine.
This isn't, I mean, it is because I was working in radio, but I was hired by the UFC for one day.
Yep.
To work for like Ultimate Fighting, and that was, they were coming to town to do an event. They reached out to people that they were working with in town and said who would be a good host for this, and I was the person that got put in touch with them. So it was really cool. They brought fighters in, Jordan Meehan, the local guy, but then Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson was the champ at the time, and I can't remember what weight class he was in, but he was here. He was one of the bigger names in the sport at the time. I got to sit there and interview them on an outdoor stage, actually right next to the radio station in that empty parking lot behind the McDonald's there. And that was really, really cool to be able to work with them for a day. And then I got to go be part of like the evening fight party they held at Average Joe's at the time.
Yeah.
That was really cool. It's not an opportunity, but it's one of those events that I go back to. And it was you, me, Shar, and Ryan on Street Machine Weekend. But there was, like, we had decided...
I was thinking about that weekend, too.
As a staff, we had decided... Because Erin's right. Radio affords you certain opportunities. But there is this thing where, like, you work your 40-hour week, and then if there's events on the weekend, you're there. You're not getting paid for it. And so, like, I know for Shar and I on the Friday, we had both worked the morning show. We're at the station at 5 o'clock in the morning. We're doing our thing. That night, we went and did the parade as a team. And then the next morning, I can't remember, what is Saturday morning?
We all went to...
The show and shine?
No, to the drag racing.
The drag racing.
At the
it was like 175 degrees that day. And we're standing right down on the asphalt there, or whatever it is. It was so hot, no shade. They didn't have water for us or anything. And we were there, and we had just decided as a team that we were going to own that weekend because it was such a big event. And then after the drag races, there was, when was did we do the show and shine? On
Sunday was the show and shine.
We were there, like, it was just the whole weekend. We just went, and I think it got to the point where we were all that, we resigned ourselves that we had to do it. So let's have fun with it.
Yeah.
And then you get to that goofy tire where everybody's just run off their feet. Yeah. And the jokes we were telling, and the laughs, and it was just, as a cohesive unit, it was the best, like, that group I think ever was in a public setting for such an extended period of time. And we did end up owning that weekend. We were everywhere. We were at, so I mean, from an actual work standpoint, that's one of those ones I always remember.
That was like, as that foursome, that was easily like the weekend that we had the most bonding. Yeah. Like, you're right, like the jokes and stuff, but like even the stories that came out, like I learned more about Ryan Meny that weekend than I probably could ever care to learn in my life. But like there were things that I would have never in a million years expected him to say, and then it just like opened a door, right? Because then he spoke different, and then it was just like a more like a better sense of more comfortableness. Yeah.
Well, I think too,
that was a weird way to say that, but
no, but it makes perfect sense. I think people say, "Oh, you work with Erin." We know you and I are a little different because we have been working together. We worked together so long. We were so close. But like with Ryan Meny, I don't. There were more days where like I didn't see Ryan Meny. Than we ever sat down and had a conversation. Like we both worked at the radio station. But I was off air at 10. Out of there usually by 11:30. Ryan was doing afternoons. Like there was times where he wasn't coming in till 11:30. Like we'd pass ships passing in the night kind of thing, and we'd never see each other. So that was a weekend where everybody was just kind of the bonding that happened was pretty incredible.
That was a good weekend.
It was.
And it was so weird because the Friday and Saturday were smoking hot, and then the Sunday was just so gray and rainy.
Yeah. I do remember just standing at those drag races, and it just like, this is insanity. Like, what are we doing here?
And the smell, just the
Oh
burnt
my
rubber smell
God.
doesn't go
It's
away.
terrible. Like, you're just trying, like, can we get water? And then if you do get a water, it's warm in your hand within 5 minutes.
It's not cold.
Yeah.
No ice, nowhere.
No, it was. What about you? I don't know, maybe you've said this before in videos and stuff and talked about, like, I mean, your work.
I haven't talked positive about radio once.
Look, we just did 5 minutes on the two positives.
Yeah.
We could do 5 years on the negatives.
Oh my God. I'd have to have a lawyer in the room.
I don't know if there's an industry, and I'm sure everybody thinks this about their industry. I don't know if there's an industry where failing upward is more prevalent than in radio.
It is unreal how some people get the jobs they do.
Yeah. And stay with them for so long, and the promotion. I mean,
it is fucking asinine.
the crazy thing too is, I mean, you and I have thousands of stories that we could share from our time working in Lethbridge.
Yeah.
But radio is such a small industry that we also have stories we can share from Saskatchewan, and we never worked together or crossed paths ever. But we know the same people.
Yeah.
We know issues that they had. We know failing upward as hard as you possibly can in small town Saskatchewan, like Rosetown and Kindersley, like online shopping all day and being the general manager of multiple stations.
It was unreal.
Not saying names. No idea who tunes into these things.
I know. And then, but yeah, it's not just us.
No.
It's right across the country. It's bizarre.
The other thing about radio, sorry to cut you off.
Go for it.
The people that do it for any amount of time love it so much that it's even more painful to watch how deteriorated it has become as an industry.
Yeah.
And to, like, I mean, there were how many people that we worked with that were great at their jobs, passionate about their jobs, and all gone in a matter of 18 to 24 months. Like, within a 2-year span, how many people?
Yeah. Too many.
Yeah. I don't know how...
Yeah.
What we can say in...
Yeah.
I don't know what's... Yeah.
It
was a lot.
It was a lot.
The people are what make it worth it. Your coworkers, and that's why it was so great to have that weekend of bonding. Like the people that you have those relationships with, and relationships that you end up for life.
Oh, for sure. Like people who we worked with, right from my day one. Well, I mean, even from your day one too, right? Like Ange. I mean, you might see Ange all the time in the comments, and Ange is somebody that you basically for you. I don't know who started first, you or Ange.
Me.
Okay, and then, I mean, Ange and I still work together.
Yep.
Because Ange is doing this new career with me. And, I mean, Ange is from Regina. And, I mean, you're from Kimberley and you lived in Saskatchewan. And I am from Saskatchewan. And we all came to Lethbridge and we're all good friends. And it's because of radio, but it's gone on beyond that now.
I married that lady in the newsroom. I did.
Yeah, you did.
We have 2 kids.
Yeah, 2 dogs, 2 kids.
2 dogs, 2 kids, yeah.
I still don't know which one opened the door. Yeah, I do. Somebody asked me just the other day, I can't remember who it was, because it was to my face. And I don't see many people to my face very often, but somebody asked me to my face, do I miss radio? And I said, yeah, like I miss it every single day. I don't miss the people, but I miss my job. I miss some people. I miss my job though, a lot. Like I don't miss the drama. I miss the music. I miss the fun.
Yeah, I don't. I haven't missed it for a second. Honestly, I was ready to go when I got out. I did it long enough, and I was happy enough with what I'd done. I'd never gotten to the point where I wanted to go to a Calgary or Toronto or a major market or anything like that. So when I was ready to go, I was good. I enjoy this. I enjoy talking. I enjoy trying to entertain people or, interact with them. But I don't miss the day-to-day of me. I if I could have a job where I could go in, host a show, leave, and not have to deal with any of the office stuff,
Yeah.
I would. Yeah, I'd consider.
I think that's the part of radio that I miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't miss the office side. Yeah, the drama, the BS that goes along with being a grown up. Right?
I knew as soon as I left, I'm like, I can just host a podcast if I really want to. If I want to get together with friends, have a couple beers, and talk on a microphone, I can do that.
I guess I never really understood how easy it could be, because you made it look fucking hard, because you put all the bells and whistles in it and glitter and everything else. Like, you just go ham. And yeah, like I pushed 6 buttons and we're backwards, but we're here.
It's also like the technology has advanced so much, even in the last however many years.
Yeah.
Like it's insane to think that this is now, like you said, 6 buttons.
Yeah.
Video quality's good. You're not worried about your audio connection, your internet connection. It's on Wi-Fi down here. You're not worried about chopping out everything. It's so cool that it is so easy to do now. Yeah.
I mean, it's a little sketchy because I'm like, well, how easy is it for somebody to get into my camera? How is it for somebody to? I'm sure one day I'm going to come in and somebody's going to have something printed off on my printer, or there's going to be something playing on my speakers, because I don't know how to get the Bluetooth off half the time, and like I always try and connect my phone to other things I see in the neighborhood. Like, I am that person, so why wouldn't somebody else be that person?
On that, but do you see the TikToks where people like their baby cams get hacked?
Probably because you send them to me.
The baby cams get hacked? The monitors?
No, not on TikTok, but I mean, like, I've read stories and stuff.
It's terrifying. They're kids and they're sleeping, and then somebody's voice cuts in and starts saying stuff, and then the parents seeing this on the monitor, that the kid's talking to somebody, and somebody's hacked the system, and it's because they're 2 ways, right? Mm-hmm. You can talk both back and forth on them. Those are some of the most terrifying TikToks. We don't have baby wonders anymore. Thank you.
We do.
Sorry. I'm sure it won't happen to you.
Yeah, no, it's just like,
nobody's trying to hack into it. No, yours is fine, I'm sure. Yeah, totally fine.
Cody changed all the passwords.
Sorry.
It's fine. Our kids talk back anyway. They can talk back to someone else for once.
Yeah, I won't say some of the ones I've seen and what they. You're fine.
Well, now I know what I'm doing for the rest of the night, and everybody else is going to go look up afterwards.
I was thinking about this today. The weirdest, like, YouTube, there's this girl. What's her name on YouTube? Katina something. Anyway, she eats competitively. Like, she goes and tries all those, like, if you can finish this meal in this restaurant within 60 seconds, you get it for free in a t-shirt. That's what she does. And I watch these videos, like, obsessively.
Okay, every time I talk to Jordan, he's down a new hole of something obsessively.
Yeah,
Last time it was cruise ships, and you know what I did the other night? I couldn't fall asleep. Cody and I were in bed, and I'm on Prime, and I'm just like, cruise ship killers.
See, that's not the kind of thing I get on cruise ships.
Okay, somebody else told me to look up cruise ship killers then.
Cruise ships, or any kind of large ship in rough water. Like, when you're watching them hit these massive, 20-foot waves.
You would have loved that trend on TikTok
they're rolling down and the water's crashing over, and there's these massive ships there. I will never go on a cruise. First of all, it seems like I'm not a huge water guy.
I don't understand cruises either.
I'm not. It's just not for me.
Somebody's got to, I don't know, like, you got to do some kind of weird selling something about cruises, because I don't know.
Unless a cruise ship wants to advertise it, then we're totally on it, right? Like, yeah, it'd be great.
Okay, so Janine says, hi, listening and watching hockey. Ron says hi. Oh.
Is it?
Yeah, no, you can look. No, go ahead. Colleen says hi, always enjoyed the radio morning show. Sam says, I'm watching, answer carefully.
I love Sam. Sam and I work so well together.
Karen, I enjoy seeing you two amazing people together. Great friends, great conversation. Oh, that's good. Lorraine, I miss you guys. Sandy, I miss listening to you two on the radio.
You know what I don't miss?
What?
Nobody has asked me what the answers to the secret sound in so long when I'm out in public that it is so freeing.
Is it still a contest?
I have no idea. I
bet it is.
I don't understand why it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
It was, in almost 20 years of working in radio, I had never seen anything more successful consistently than that. Every time I went out and was doing something, somebody was asking, on location, hosting games, whatever it was, somebody was asking me about it.
Well, if there was a time it was going to fail.
It was without me. I made it successful, is what you're saying? Aww. See, this is why she's the best.
Well, that's not what I'm saying, but
I'm pretty sure that's what
you could say that.
That's how it came across to me.
Yeah. So, on the note of Sam, it's actually funny because I was going to text your former co-hosts.
I'm sorry, are you having a Red Bull at 8 p.m.?
It's sugar-free.
I don't... Like, this is a guy that had Monsters at 7 a.m. at work regularly, but I don't know if a Red Bull at 8 p.m. is the call.
Like, I didn't want to open the box of wine. That was my other choice.
Like, there are choices we make on a day-to-day basis.
Well,
That is one. That's a full Red Bull in her cup.
Yeah. Looks like a beer, kinda.
Yeah, it's gonna hit a little differently than that would. I have beer if you want one. I brought extra.
The damage is done. My wings are growing. Anyway, I was going to text your former co-hosts and ask them to tell me their favorite things about you. And then I just forgot.
Sam's in the chat. She won't have anything to say.
Do
you want me to rank them?
Well, okay, so that was the other side of things.
Give me one more beer and I'll start ranking.
I was going to get you to rank all of our coworkers.
Oh, God.
But only the ones that you care enough to remember.
The one I hate the most left the biggest impression, so...
Do you remember? I mean, you know what? Okay, so after I got fired and they couriered all my stuff to me, I found the list of the time we took all of the staff members and made who they'd be as a character on The Office.
And see, we used to do fun stuff.
We did.
Sam's in chat. What's Sam's favorite thing about working with me?
All right, Sam.
How many co-hosts did I have? 2.5.
Well, yeah, because Ella's probably not around.
She's number 1. Should have said that after Sam's response.
Sam Borsato has left the chat.
They were all very, very good.
Char's never going to watch this.
Char was awesome.
Char was awesome.
Char was a lot of fun. Yeah. I've got good things to say about all of them.
You know what? And you even brought, like, times when you and Tina would be on air together. Like, it was very, very rare. But when you would bring Tina in, you and Tina had great chemistry, believe it or not.
I believe it. I mean, that's why we've been married for almost 20 years.
But, like, I mean... Like, I don't think I ever got this straight from Tina's mouth, but I was always kind of told, was it Tina? And now I can't remember. Tina did want to be on air, like, as, like, an announcer side, or didn't want to be on air. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So then for her to come in and do that kind of stuff was, like, not, like, her comfy zone. But, like, for her to do it with you, like, you guys did really, really well together. And, like...
I'm her comfy zone.
You did, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously...
Imagine if I would have got that wrong.
You guys, yeah. You guys were super, super professional at work. And I give you guys all the credit in the world for that, because a lot of married couples and a lot of, I mean, dating couples that we've worked with and a lot of engaged couples, like a lot of couples, period, that are in the same workplace are not like that. And like you and Tina, I don't think half the people knew you guys were
I think
together
that's the thing.
for a lot of the time.
I've heard multiple stories of multiple different people that worked in that building for an extended period of time or did internships there or whatever that had no idea that Tina and I were even married.
Yeah, had no idea that you guys
Yeah.
even like knew each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when you and Tina would go on air together, like you guys were so funny because you knew how far you could go.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
both of you knew exactly how far you could go.
Yeah. And that's one of those things that I don't think people realize in radio. And this is more leaning towards the co-host thing. But you're together all the time if you're co-hosting a show with somebody.
Yeah.
Like they're legitimately, Tina and I worked in the same building for a number of years.
Yeah.
Once I started doing mornings, I saw Shar more than I saw my wife, and I saw Sam more than I saw my wife.
Well, when you were describing how you and Ryan were two ships passing in the night, that's exactly how you and Tina were, because it was pretty much the same hours.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but there is like a bond and a relationship that you're formed with somebody when you co-host a show that like you need to rely on that person every single time you turn the mic on, and you need to know, and that relationship builds so fast because you have to know what's going to come out of their mouth or how they're going to react to something. Because I mean, I think there's some people in some shows where people
go ask Dad. Okay, then no show. Where you go? Okay, you put a show on. Okay, then no show.
I think he wants a show.
I'm gonna throw that TV through the wall pretty soon. Nash, go upstairs. Somebody.
Do you want me to go?
My front door is open. Come into my house.
Don't say that.
What's that?
Don't say that.
That's true.
Do you want me to
I'm
just
just gonna lock it.
hold things down here? I thought you were going to go put on a show.
No, I'm just locking it. Now they're crying. I feel bad, but
anyways, yes, the co-host relationship is.
do you know what they did? They're smart. They waited. I heard him. They waited until he went to the washroom, and then they came down.
Kids know how to work.
They do.
Yeah, they got
Okay.
the game.
Sorry. Anyway.
No, I think that's. I mean, it's a different type of coworker bond than I think a lot of people have, even in that industry, because you are so reliant on that person for so much.
I always wondered, and this is so silly because I was in radio for over 20 years. I was your boss. Probably should have had some idea how it went, but I never once in all my time did the morning show. Never covered, never sat in for a whole show. I operated it one time from, hey, there's Angela. I operated it one time for a different morning show before you, but that was just simple operating because they weren't there, so I didn't see the mechanics of the show. But like, I actually have always wondered what the cues look like between the two hosts while they're on the air, or if it is just so ingrained. I mean, it has to obviously be at some point, but like in the beginning, like how do you, when you're just learning with somebody new, like I don't understand. Do you literally go like?
No.
No?
There are times where obviously you've got something essentially scripted out, so you both know what those cues are. But a lot of times it's just natural reaction, having so many conversations with that person that it finally gets to the point where you know what they're ending on. You know, because, and I think there are morning shows out there that do basically script everything. I just like it more natural. Yeah. It was never, let's write this all out. This is what you're going to end on. I'm going to end on. And it just, my situations were also so incredibly different because I took over hosting when Shar was already a co-host. Yeah. And Shar's a couple years older than me, or but I think I'd been in radio longer than her, but she'd been doing the morning show longer than me. So like there was this dynamic where we both, I think, felt a certain amount of control and not power necessarily.
You guys had different levels of maturity almost.
and we got along really well, but we were very different people.
Mm-hmm.
With Sam, she was 10 years younger than me.
Sam is a whole different human being compared to the rest of us.
So there was part of that where working with Sam, not was a struggle, but there was obviously massive differences in our age.
Yeah.
And our experience.
Yeah.
Sam came from doing mostly news, I believe,
mm-hmm.
and then into a morning co-host job, which is a different kind of thing. She adapted really well to it, and her and I got along pretty. I don't remember Sam and I having there's times where you get annoyed with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You do that in a marriage, you know, the person you love the most in the world, you can get annoyed with when you spend too much time with them. So it happens with co-hosts, but Sam and I we had completely different. There's references that I would make as being an '80s kid that she doesn't know, and but we caught on pretty quick. I've got really good things to say about my co-host, and then even after Sam, briefly, Ella, who was 10 years younger than Sam somehow,
hiring Ella, doing her paperwork, and it was the year that she was born.
She was born in the 2000s.
It was my brain does not understand what I am writing down right now. She was, I think, 2003 or something. She turned 19 when she was working with us. She was...
Yeah, and I was 37 or whatever at the time.
Oh my God, she was the littlest old soul in the world.
That's the other thing, too. With none of my co-hosts were in the same boat because I was a dad. Yeah. None of my co-hosts had kids. Yeah. So there's a difference there, too, where, there's just... I don't know. It was always a good time. Yeah. I mean, not always. Waking up that early always sucked.
It never
get used to it. I think I did... How many years of mornings did I do? 8? I did 8 years of mornings. Yeah. I never got used to it. And I wasn't even up that early. There's people that wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go to work. Yeah. There's people that work shift work where it's 12 hours. That is, I don't understand how it happens. Because I woke up at 4:45, got to work at 5, and was dead by 11 a.m. Mentally exhausted. Yeah. Couldn't think. You go home and you just lay down.
Yeah. One thing I miss about working in radio together is how much you and I used to text about what we were watching on TV. Yeah. And we came to a screeching halt once we both got out of radio. Yeah. I don't know, I actually find I don't have time for TV with this job, which is tragic because my watch list is so long.
Tina and I still watch quite a bit.
Yeah.
We're rewatching 24 right now.
You drive me nuts.
Why?
Because you guys will watch. Not Tina. You're wonderful. Just you.
Is Tina watching right now?
Yeah, she's there. No, it's not. You can't do the. I always try and do the things, and then I remember.
Does it pop up?
No, because I'm not on my phone.
Oh.
I know. I always sit there like an idiot.
I didn't know it did that till I saw TikTok the other day that said it did that.
Yeah, but only if you're on your phone.
Sorry. Why do I drive you nuts?
Because I will send you laundry lists of amazing shows to watch. Yeah. And you're just okay, but I have to finish watching Entourage for the 55th time first.
Vinny Chase, iconic television character. Jack Bauer, iconic television character.
Oh no, I know your shows. Yeah, you don't have to tell me. I know which ones you watch.
Yeah, I think
because I'll try and tell you if you like The Office, you should try Parks and Rec.
I watched Parks and Rec
once.
Tina got me into not just Tina. Tina's big on it, but Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I never watched it. So good. And then, so good. Yeah, I started watching it, I don't know, it was probably a year or two ago. I'm all right, this is pretty good.
Did Pat make it here?
Said
oh, yeah, I just saw Tina say all the newsies are here.
Wow. We just need Esther to pop in for a couple minutes and we'll have that whole CJOC newsroom covered.
I'm going to see Ingrid Todd sign in a second.
Oh my God.
And I'm just going to slam this computer shut.
That would be awesome.
We're all going to Burl's house.
She pops in, I'll chug that next beer. It's going down in a hurry.
That will be incredible. Oh my goodness.
Was there, Did you have like a time limit on this thing, or we just?
No, I
Okay.
didn't put an end time on it because I never know how the conversation. If it's going well, then we can keep going, and if it's not going well, if you need to get home, if you.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I got nothing else going on.
Okay. Yeah.
What? Okay. Have you watched Welcome to Wrexham?
No, but it's new on Crave.
No, it's on
Disney?
Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
But it is the FX series. You know what it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's that football team. Football.
Football. Yeah, that Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney.
Yeah.
Yes, that is so good.
Is it?
Yeah, and even if you're not a sports fan,
I just assume it's like a
It's-
reality.
it follows the team.
Yeah.
And it's a cool story about this small town that's got this club that just hasn't done very well, and there's two massive Hollywood stars coming
So
to
it goes
take it over.
right back to the beginning, like.
Well, it tells
from
you the
them
history of
buying
the
it.
club. Yeah.
Okay.
The show wasn't getting made if Ryan Reynolds wasn't like, this
Yeah.
show's getting made.
Okay, but I just meant like it didn't start like this year or something.
No.
Okay.
No, it's they're on season 3, I believe now.
Hmm.
You can go binge the 2 seasons. Though they're shorter episodes too. I
Yeah.
think they're like 30 to 40 minutes. A lot of them.
Superstore is a good show.
So good.
That is a
Yeah,
great
that's
show.
another one. I think that's
That's
one of the
another
ones that popped up on Netflix where it's like, if you like The Office, you'll like this.
It's Always Sunny is another good
Never
one.
seen it. Never watched an episode. But that's what made me think of Rob McElhenney and
Yeah,
Welcome to Wrexham.
I didn't watch the new ones. Like it used to come on one channel, and then now I think it's streaming on something else, and I don't watch it now. The new episodes or whatever they're on now.
Do you have Crave?
Yeah.
Do you watch Shoresy?
No,
Oh.
I don't. And I know. And you know what else I'm so bad for? Maybe because I've heard it kind of dropped off after the first couple seasons, but I didn't finish Letterkenny either.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
But Paul told me, he's like, dude, finish it. Like, I think I got through. How many seasons are there? Like 11.
Yeah.
I think I watched 8 of them.
What's that new one
So good.
that I just saw them?
Shoresy.
No,
Have you seen Shoresy?
oh, fuck off. The new one, like, it's about the rigs. God damn it, what is it? You haven't seen?
No, I haven't seen
Oh.
anything about this.
Like, the whole season, they were only doing it, like, one episode at a time.
Is it those guys?
Not all the same guys, but it is one guy from, I'm pretty sure, Letterkenny.
Do you know
What the hell is it called?
one of the people on Letterkenny
If you're
worked
gonna
at
tell,
CJOC?
what?
Yes. Somebody on Letterkenny. I shouldn't say worked. Interned.
Is it Chris Bestplug?
No.
Did I work with them?
She was in the newsroom. Her name was Sash Striga. And she's one of the girls on Letterkenny. She was an intern at CJOC. The Trades. Sam said it's called The Trades.
Oh yeah.
I think now that Sam says that, I
That
think
is what it is. Yes.
It's the not South Park. Trailer Park Boys. The main guy,
Yeah,
Randy.
that's what it is.
Or not Randy.
Trailer
Ricky.
Park Boys.
Yes, I have seen a
I
preview
knew
of that.
what I meant.
Your internet's dropping.
Yeah, and and then now this message never goes away.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You can ask
Thanks.
chat if the quality of the video is dropping. Not that I'm trying to...
Ricky.
Yeah, Ricky and Julian. Well, Julian's not in it, but Ricky, Julian. Trailer Park Boys.
Yes.
I have seen a preview for that. It does look funny.
I think I put on the first episode and fell asleep in it.
Oh, it's already out. Oh, I didn't know that. I just saw like a preview that it was a...
I think, yeah, the whole first...
Okay.
I just said, like, they were putting it out 1 week at a time, but it's all out now.
Okay.
And it's on Crave. Like, do you not ever look at what's the whole...
I don't have Crave right now. It was like $20 a month, and the only thing I watch on there is Shoresy. So I'm like, I will get Crave for a month when Shoresy comes out, and then I will cancel. I'm not the only person that does things like that.
No, you're not at
I've
all.
got Disney Plus, I've got Amazon Prime, I've got Apple Plus, I've got TSN, Sportsnet. Like, I have so many streaming subscriptions, I cannot keep up with it. I changed my credit card like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I went through 3 weeks of hell.
That's a pain in the ass. That is.
Hell.
Yeah. We talked about it the other day about like which streaming service gets the axe, and it's like, well, we use this one for this and this one for this, and it's like, well, what? Maybe we should just get one of those illegal boxes.
No, we shouldn't do that.
Because we're on the internet, or yeah, exactly.
Don't do that. No, but I did see on Crave today. I was really upset that new the Sydney Sweeney comedy.
Oh, that movie, Anyone But You.
Yeah, Anyone But You.
Yeah.
Is on Crave, and I'm like, oh, I want to see that.
We watched it the other night. It was really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you watch Ricky Stenicki?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what
Yes.
a great movie! Oh, that was so. John Cena. Oh, he's so good in that.
My sister texted me one night. She's like, "Have you seen this movie yet?" And I was like, "No, but I'm waiting for it."
God.
Oh my god, it was so fucking
Ricky
stupid, but it was
Stenicki is
so good.
hilarious.
Yeah, it was. It was really good. Oh, that was really good. I was gonna text you today and ask you if you watched. I think it's new on Netflix, but it's
Scream 6. Yes, I did watch it again today. Actually, earlier today.
Oh, my sister, she never finished Ricky Stenicki. You need to finish it.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Just start it from the beginning.
John Cena's approaching that point now where he's gonna get to the point where The Rock is.
Yeah.
Like as wrestlers who went acting, like he's so funny.
Yeah. He is so
Way too
funny.
close.
No, you're fine.
Sit back.
What's the Wednesday Addams? What's her name?
Jenna Ortega.
Yeah, it's her.
Mr. Miller's.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you watch that?
Yes.
Yeah. We watched that last night.
And
I loved it. Like, usually I'll put a movie on to fall asleep, and that's what I put on, and I was like, I'm not even playing on my phone, I'm just watching this.
so the books that the ones they reference in that movie, do those actually exist?
Like, saucy books like that?
Like extreme sauce.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that book that they reference is a
is
real
it?
book.
Okay,
I
okay.
think so.
I'm just gonna add this to my library.
Like Henry Miller, I think, is the author. Just Henry Miller.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Saucy book.
Yeah. Look, I love Jenna Ortega.
I know you do.
So Wednesday, she is so good in that. She was fantastic in the Scream movie I watched today. She was really good in You. I didn't love that movie. It was okay.
Yeah.
But I thought at times they were edgy for the sake of being edgy. It didn't really add to the story. It was kind of weird.
I didn't really get why that other girl had to be such a filthy lesbian. Like, that just seemed over the top.
But then she flipped so hard towards the end,
Yes.
and Jenna Ortega went the complete other way.
Yes.
It's a decent movie. I don't understand all the controversy it's causing. I think it's just it's a movie.
Oh, I didn't know it was causing that much
there's
controversy.
apparently a whole bunch of people that are talking about the age gap and everything between. It's
Oh, for the love of God!
It's the story of the movie,
Yes.
But I wasn't a huge fan. I mean, it was okay, but not Jenna Ortega's best work. She was great in it, but just not the best movie she's been in.
Yeah.
That would be Scream 6.
She also in Scream 5? Yeah.
That's the second best movie she's
Yeah. Is she going to be in Scream 7? No.
No. So, I don't... Both of the...
Yeah, no, I'm asking for real, because I know this is Jordan is Scream aficionado.
If we did hour one as Jordan and Erin, we could do Jordan doing Scream talk for an hour for number 2. No, so apparently Jenna Ortega's busy, other commitments, filming. I think it's season 2 of Wednesday was a part of it, and other projects she's doing, so she's not going to be in the new Scream one. The woman who played her sister is also not coming back for political reasons.
Oh!
It's
yes.
Yes.
I remember that now.
Yeah. So look.
Okay, yeah.
They made a massive mistake in Scream 6 in not having Sidney Prescott there. In not paying Neve Campbell. She is that franchise. Right. Pay her what she wants. She needs to be in every movie.
Yeah.
Not available reference. They woke up at least, and with the other 2 main stars not coming back, they paid her.
Yeah.
She'll be there in Scream 7.
Yeah, because I saw, it was a picture on social media a while back with her showing a little peek of the script. Yeah. Okay. I know if I've got, I know if I've got screen questions, who to go to.
Yeah.
All right. What else do you want to chat about tonight?
I don't know. This is your show.
I know.
I haven't taken over at all, have I? Like I didn't,
No, not at
okay,
all.
I don't
No.
know if that's what I didn't want.
I hope you're having an okay time.
I'm having a blast here.
Good.
I'm really having a good time.
The wheels are turning about your new podcast name.
I don't know. I got to set some microphones up and.
Oh, you don't.
Things. Well, I do. We do things differently. I'll have parody songs.
This is my career.
You're really good at it. I'm not, so I have to overcompensate with all the other things.
Yeah.
I need the bells and whistles to sound
Every
good.
time I talk, a viewer drops off. Oh, we got one back.
Where does it say?
Right there.
Oh.
Oh, man. It's probably just their Wi-Fi.
Nobody asked questions leading in? There's nothing we need to answer?
No, nobody ever asks questions, really, ever.
Come on, you guys. Look at, she is busting her ass over here.
You know, actually, who I'm surprised I haven't seen in here is Tanya.
Oh my god, yeah.
And...
She listened to podcasts I did for myself. She found a way to...
Yeah. And Robin. Yeah. Speaking of past coworkers.
Oh, man.
Closed, unused applications. Well, you don't have any other applications open, so... Sorry, guys, if my streaming is being not good right now. Somebody's probably upstairs watching Ricky Stenicki.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Would not blame them.
So
it is
fun.
very good. Yeah.
Have you watched any old movies again recently?
Well, the kids and I watched Snow White the other night.
I'm not talking about the things we watch with the kids.
No, I just finished ripping you a new one for watching old
that's
things over again.
I watched Flight Plan with Jodie Foster like a couple weeks ago, like last weekend. Oh my god, that
like I'm
so
sure
good.
that I've seen it.
What about Red Eye?
I did
Rachel
watch.
McAdams?
I did watch that.
That's so good. Because what's his face is in it? The guy
Cillian
that drinks
Murphy.
from the bathtub. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a different guy. That's a different guy.
Is he not in that?
No, Cillian Murphy's not in that.
He's not in Saltburn?
No.
I'm sure that's him.
No, that's a different guy. No.
Are you sure?
Cillian Murphy is like way older.
Are you sure?
Yes. That guy's name is like something with an E or something. It's not Cillian Murphy. Cillian Murphy is in Red Eye.
Yeah. Who's the guy in Saltburn?
I don't know. Look up Saltburn. I could ask.
Where's the cast?
Google. But
Barry Keoghan.
yeah.
Yeah, those are like same guy to me. But like Matt Damon, Leonardo DiCaprio, same guy to me. There's
Are you for real?
I'm horrible with celebrities. Like celebrities are the same people to me. Like massive celebrities.
Like
I can tell the difference, but I put the name of one to the other frequently. It's true.
What? Tina says a knock at the door. Is that a movie? Is that a movie?
Or is one of your kids down here?
I don't know. Did
she hear something that we did?
Oh, hi, Jacqueline.
How's your Red Bull?
It's fine.
You got a lot more aggressive in like the last 20 minutes, so like I think it's...
Could have been that purple drink.
Could have been that purple drink.
Sorry, kick you under the table.
It's okay.
Oh man, like I'm so happy we did this tonight. I was gonna go in a different direction with that, and then I had to rein it back in real fast.
It's been okay. It's good. It's all right.
We did used to play a game a lot. MFK.
You can't do that anymore.
I know, actually, remember I told you I did have some games on my phone? They did have, like a, if you were doing like it at
it's
work.
KMK now, right? Kiss, Marry, Kill?
No, they had an even,
Oh.
It was like super tame for work. It was, hold on.
I don't like games you can't win.
Yeah, no, you can't win this one.
No, I know.
Anyway, out of our, because we've had 3 of them, out of our 3 GMs.
Oh God, can we not go down this road right now?
MFK.
No. I'm not doing this. I'm not playing this game. I'm not doing this.
You can text it to me later.
I don't, I'm trying to think of 3. I can only think of 2 right now. Oh, okay, I forgot about one. 4. What's the title we're playing here?
MFK.
I'm gonna text you later. I'm not doing this right now. I'm not doing this on a public thing. Because it's too easy to figure out.
It doesn't matter.
I know K. I'll just say that.
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for both of us.
Yeah. And the other 2 are irrelevant.
Game's over at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that took a turn in a hurry.
Do you...
Oh, we're still going.
In your... Well, because... Okay, so... In your job, do you use AI very much?
No.
Not even for, any writing or anything at all?
No.
Do you think,
I probably should, because I'm not great at writing. I'm really good at, writing bits and stuff.
Yeah.
And commercials.
Yeah.
But, I'm not a great writer.
You have, actually, a brilliant imagination.
Yeah. Thank you. I shouldn't just agree to that. Thank you.
Well, it's true. But, so how, you would come up with imaging. So, the little pieces of audio you hear between commercials and music. You would come up with those all the time. So, little scripts and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, I mean...
I think I'm very creative.
And I guess maybe it has to be reined in a little bit more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a different kind of thing. Yeah.
What if you just, pushed it a little bit?
I have a few times, but not to the extent that I didn't read.
Yeah, there's just not that freedom.
And certainly not to the extent I did in podcasts.
Yeah, well, no, podcast is a wild, wild west kind of game.
Still nothing, Jacqueline? Jacqueline?
Oh,
I don't know.
Wow. What time did it start?
6. About 6:20 by the time puck dropped. They gotta do anthems and stuff.
That's,
2 hours and 10 minutes in, it's game 7. 3rd period, winner goes on.
Wow. That's gonna be a late game. Holy cannoli. Are you mad that I asked you to do this tonight, knowing it was gonna be a game 7?
No, it's not a Kings game. So, I mean, I would not miss a Kings game.
Okay.
So, they got eliminated, as you pointed out earlier, so we're good.
I actually didn't know that. That was just a complete wild guess.
They got eliminated 2 days ago.
Oh, I had no idea.
Awesome.
All I ever see is Oilers stuff in my Twitter feed.
Yeah, because they keep beating the Kings in the playoffs.
I don't see anything. I don't see anything at all.
I got real quiet on Twitter.
Oh. Twitter is I try so hard, but
I think it's still my favorite social media, but I want to preface that by saying Twitter is now a cesspool.
Yeah.
But it's still the best place to go for a sports fan to get instant injury updates or updates on your, because everything goes there
so fast
and it's so organized, and because of your algorithm, if you're following the right people, it's right there.
Yeah. So
that's why, as a sports fan, it's still my favorite social media.
Yeah.
But it's so bad. They're all so bad now.
So the beef I have with Twitter, and it's kind of the same problem I have with Facebook a little bit too, is, and Instagram. So they all are constantly showing me shit that I'm not following or subscribed to or anything. And I find Twitter is the worst by far, because at least, Facebook, it's showing me Lethbridge stuff still. Instagram, it's showing me ads. It's 2 ads in a row sometimes. It's ad after ad after ad. And I'll do the hide this ad. Why? Because it's irrelevant. Or why? Because I've seen this from 15 million times before. And then, but Twitter, it's like, it's just showing me the most bizarre stuff that's not tailored to anything I'm following.
Sorry, Twitter, you said?
Yes.
I
Like,
was reading comments for a second.
sorry,
so
no.
But yeah.
Twitter is like, I mean, I have my following, but then like the people that I follow.
Are you on your For You or your?
No, I'm on, like, if I'm on the For You, that's where it's just, it's like this garbage dump of, like, I would love to maybe discover new stuff, but it's like, where is this coming from? Like, who is it being tailored to? Because I feel like there is no rhyme or reason to what it's showing me.
This is now, like, we're well after 8 o'clock. This is the late show.
Yeah.
The amount of porn that is now just openly on Twitter or X or whatever.
Oh, really?
Is, yeah.
I mean, like,
I don't think that's a me algorithm thing.
No,
I've literally seen other
not.
people posting, like, this is everywhere.
Like, I knew it was on there because I've looked for it. And I've known, like, followers that I have, it's on there.
Yeah.
And so I just, like, I know it's on there, but I didn't know it was so, like, prevalent.
The nudity.
Yes.
So this was, I pulled my phone up for a reason. So this was during the playoffs. LA won a game against Edmonton. They won game 2. And so this LA Kings fan account I follow says, I love this team. I'm sorry for everything I said in game 1. The first comment under it was from a profile called Angie, and it just said, my nudes in profile. To which another LA Kings fan was like, we're all excited about the win, but relax, Angie. And, like, I went to, Tina was asleep. I stayed up late watching these games because they're all late. And I laughed in bed for, like, 20 minutes. Like, it's just, like, it's the perfect spam tweet to a hockey account that's got nothing to do with it. And then the best response I've seen on X in forever. I laughed so hard at that. It was just perfect.
Like, it's like we started earlier talking about those stupid fucking vent ads.
Oh,
like,
my God.
Like, the whole internet is just, like, it is. It's full of,
Nylander scored for Toronto. If the Leafs beat the Bruins in Game 7, that's going to be massive. I know it doesn't mean anything.
No, I understand, because Toronto is a little bit of a not good team. Well, not as good as Boston, traditionally.
In the playoffs especially, yes. Recency bias would state.
My Uncle Fraser is a die-hard Bruins fan. Always uses the right word.
Did Boston just score?
1-1. Yeah. He's a die-hard Bruins fan. And he was at some event a long, long time ago. And
you have 9 viewers and like 8 of them are updating us on the Leafs and Bruins score. They may not even be here for the content of us anymore. They just want to make sure we know what's happening.
You know what's happening in the hockey.
Yeah, and not you.
No, not me at all.
Yeah, your viewers are here for me, and I just say I appreciate that. So
not
much.
even your wife doing it.
No, it's you know.
Oh God. Oh man, they were your listeners. I told you. I keep calling. Sometimes I talk about the people that, you know, hang out with me on the internet, but I call you listeners because that's what I'm used to calling you from the radio station. I'm like, well, there are listeners. I'm like,
boy, did we have some listeners. You know, like, it's still my favorite thing that pops up on, like, my memories.
Yes.
Is when we would get complaint calls. And I got to the point where I think a lot of people shy away from them. And I got to the point where
you would air them.
Oh, I loved them. I loved them.
I'm not listening.
It's, like, people that call, you're a weird one. Oh, we're weird. Because the woman called in, and she was complaining to us that we were taking callers for, like, the Secret Sound contest. Yeah. She's like, they're clearly driving.
Oh, yeah, you were encouraging people to drive and call.
Yeah, like, calling and driving. It's Bluetooth. Everybody's got that in their vehicle.
Yeah.
Look at this one. So, well, you don't know. You're right, I don't. You are absolutely right. And then she just, at the end, she's like, oh, I don't know. You guys are just weird. Like, we were weird. There's some of those that...
Oh, man.
Oh, I've got a whole bunch of those saved at home on just a hard drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a ton of stuff that you just listen to laugh at.
I have an outtake CD back when we burned CDs, but I have an outtake CD somewhere in this house of stuff from when I worked at Rogers, like when it was 107.7 The River and Rock 106, but it was all like announcer stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before being on the air at CJOC, I was a producer, and everybody came in to voice commercials with me, and boy, do I have a few folders of stuff, too. So.
Sam says, my favorite was the guy that thought we were screening his calls for the secret sound.
Yeah.
Everybody thought that.
Yeah. It's like, you're not letting my number through. Like, your number just got through to call us. We have 5 phone lines, and I don't know how many people would call every morning for the secret sound.
Yeah.
Low end, there's 20 people trying to get through.
Yeah.
High end, there could be up to, like, if that jackpot gets to $7,000,
yeah,
I could see 100 people trying to call at once.
Yeah.
We're not screening your calls, man.
No. We don't have, there was no caller ID.
No technology.
Like,
we didn't know who
nothing.
was calling.
Just 5 blind phone lines.
It was the Wild West.
Yeah.
We're just taking calls.
There's no rhyme or reason to it.
I do remember early on in my time there, I was opping
You know,
a
it would have
hockey
been
game.
funny if we just lied and said there was. Said there was caller ID.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. No, there isn't.
There isn't.
No.
We never screened anybody's contest.
No.
There was somebody who called the hockey talk shows when Pat was doing play-by-play. And after the games, there was always a call-in show for like 5 to 10 minutes. And I took a call, and like I was sitting in the studio, and my job at that point is to relay to Pat, hey, we've got this guy on the phone. He wants to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
So I told Pat, like, hey, this guy's online, whatever. Put him through. The second he gets through, he just screams, I just want to say, and I can't remember the name he said, is the best fucking fighter in Lethbridge. And instantly I dropped the call, and Pat handled it however he handled it. And I remember the owner at the time of the radio station was like, well, we're putting a 7-second delay in for next year. Because this was towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
And it's like instantly. It's like, we are doing a delay. And that board got a delay for the next season of call-in shows.
I don't know that it was ever functional.
I don't know that it ever got used because we didn't do the Hurricanes broadcasts much longer after that. And I always, anytime I was in there, I would set it just in case. I don't think I ever had to use the dump button.
Nobody ever taught me how to.
No. Good times.
Yeah,
Jeez.
There are so many stories we have about shitty callers. But just as many, if not more, about the best listeners and followers of the station in the world.
They were so passionate, and you'd see them out in public, and like they just came up and talked to you like they were a family member or a good friend. Yeah. It was so awesome. That is one thing that, you know, it's, you look back and just one thing I do miss is being famous. No, one thing I miss is that you go and you have those conversations, and it's just people felt like they knew you, and sometimes it was a bit of a hindrance to your day.
Yeah, for sure.
But at times it was just so cool to have that relationship and that connection.
Yeah, I think because, I mean, there's probably the majority of people in radio are actually quite humble, and we don't see in ourselves, like I don't see in myself what Jordan sees in me, and like Jordan doesn't see in himself what you and I see in him. And so that little bit of feedback that we do happen to get once in a blue moon, as weird as it is, like it is flattering, and it's kind of shocking, because it's like, wow, like maybe I am good at this radio thing. Like, you know, maybe what everybody else has been saying all along is right. Yep. And I don't know why, like, we have such a hard time believing it. I mean, I completely understand why we have such a hard time believing it, because we do get a certain level of treatment in the industry as well.
Like we said, it's easy to fail upwards, so bad managers are prevalent.
Yeah, so it is pretty easy to feel like a piece of shit about yourself. I mean, I can go back to like the early 2000s and getting called into a boss's office because I applied for a job at another station, and that station manager called my boss and asked him a question about me as an employee, and then my boss basically told me that I wasn't qualified enough to even have applied for that job, and to like not try and pull a stunt like that again. And it was to apply for a job in Calgary.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, I mean, I guess I won't try that again. And for a long time, I just thought, well, I'm not worthy of Calgary.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
it happens in the industry.
Yeah.
Way too frequently.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty shitty. It's a pretty shitty feeling to have. Yeah, your performance is constantly critiqued.
Yeah. Which
minute by minute.
And there's the problem is there's managers that do that the right way.
Yeah.
And there's a lot that don't.
Yeah.
I understand where, every time you turn on the mic, you're saying something, you're speaking to the audience, you're representing the radio station and the brand. So it's okay to be critiqued about it constantly. It's the way that it's done.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be handled definitely in certain ways. Yeah. Man, going from receptionist to general manager, though.
Yeah.
Like, just
and
straight line.
Like, I'm sorry, for anybody who's that's not a progression of career.
No.
That's one job to the other.
Yeah, just like overnight.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Wow.
And that's one of those stories that isn't a Lethbridge one that we didn't have together, but we both have that story.
Yeah, that was like written in the stars. Yeah, we all, radio, for as big as our country is, as big as North America is, sometimes you go on like radio blogs or radio groups and stuff online, and you really do see how small our industry is, and you see, we all have a lot of the same coworkers, and we've all worked for a lot of the same people, and a lot of the same little quirks and crappy parts of maybe our industry are just the same in America, and they're just the same down east, and like it is an industry that is completely different and completely changed than it was, say, 15, 20 years ago. And that's why it is so heartbreaking to see the people that are still in it who really do love it every single day and just want to give it their all and know how bad it is, how bad it can be right now, feeling in that career.
We said it earlier, the amount of people that we know personally that we're very close with, that were passionate about it, worked hard at it, were talented at it, and all gone within a 2-year span is, there's a reason.
Yeah.
And like, it wasn't 1 or 2, it's 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Like, in one place.
Yeah. And like, we're not saying that there's people in Lethbridge that, like, everybody in Lethbridge is unhappy in their job. I'm not saying, like, I fucking hope everybody is happy in their job. Like, I really do. But that's just the nature of the business, is that the business is, like, completely different than it was a long time ago. Like, we would go to concerts, like, you would have tickets and prizes out, flowing out of closets, and we would have t-shirts and lip chap and stickers, and, there would be just contests and big, I don't know.
It was fun. It was
Yeah,
exciting.
big-
It was unique.
Like big station events, and there would be money behind things, and that's the unfortunate part is like with a lot of the big radio companies is the money comes from top down, and when that's not being pushed into your market, your hands are tied as a local station, right? You can't put money into an event if there is no money there.
Yeah. I was thinking today, because I was like, if radio's going to come up tonight, I know we're going to talk about it.
As if radio wasn't.
Well, no, that's what I mean. Like, what you need is, and in these massive cities that have these huge companies who are based out of there, they've got the resources, that's where that exists now.
Mm-hmm.
In a city like this or somewhere smaller, you need an independent, wealthy person with a passion for it to come in, hire the right people. It can still be done the right way. It's just so broken with shows being farmed out of market. Nobody's local and live anymore. They don't really know, and there's no real passion for the community because it's all about these companies trying to make money anywhere they can.
Yeah. It's not even make money where they can, it's just save money where they can.
Yeah.
It's tough. Yeah. I got asked to do a full-time TV show on that Jess FM.
Okay.
I said no. So then they asked me if I would do one just once a week.
And you said?
I just never wrote back.
That's good. That's it. I don't know anything about it.
This is daunting enough.
This has been fun.
But I mean, like...
I do want to ask.
Sometimes I just sit here and stare at you and hope you're going to start talking.
I don't want to do too much.
Go for it.
I do want to ask, how much longer do you think you want to sit here? Because
you can open another one.
No, that's not what I'm worried about right now.
Oh, do you have to pee?
I really have to pee.
Okay, then. We can wrap it up if you want. You want to keep going?
I'm okay to keep going.
Okay, just go.
Does anybody want us to keep going? Does anybody care at this point?
We can keep going.
Where's your washroom?
It's just right next door.
What are you going to do while I'm gone?
I'll sing them a song.
Oh, what song?
I don't know. I'm just joking. Just go pee. How about you sing us a song? It's locked.
The door's locked.
I know. Don't let any kids in. Oh, now I gotta scroll back to some of the comments that we missed. I'm assuming it went 1-1 into overtime. I was thinking, I'm back up to Sam's comment. I was thinking actually about Kurt, and I was like, man, if there was a way that Kurt could find out and hopefully listen, because I wonder if Kurt misses Jordan. I don't think Kurt would miss me, but I mean, like, I know there's certain people that miss, like Jordan, and I know Kurt was a big fan of Jordan. Kurt out in Tabor. CKUA is a good radio station, Jacqueline. Actually, they are a very good radio station. But I find I am listening more to our satellite radio. Now, like, we've had satellite radio in the van for a while. I just never ever listened to it because I was listening to local radio for so long. And now, yeah, I'm just listening to satellite and kind of falling in love with all music again. But I still find myself going a little bit more to like still the 80s, a little bit into the 90s, and I guess maybe a little bit way back into the 60s. Oh, you found a dog! Hi, dog! 3 minutes left in the third. Holy crap.
Okay. Sorry, what are we talking about now?
Well,
Are we just gonna wrap it up now?
Literally, what was I just talking about?
70s,
I have
80s, a little bit of the
Oh,
90s.
I was talking about, yes, I was talking about the attention span of a gnat. I was talking about, how, yeah, like, we've had satellite radio in the van for, as long as we've had the van. And I just never ever really listened to it. I always listened to local radio. But now that I find, that I'm not in local radio, fuck that, and I listen to Satellite all the time, but I still find I kind of migrate towards the 80s, the 90s. I skip to 70s, I go back to the 60s, like 60s on 6, and then I've been all over that Taylor Swift channel.
Oh my god. Tortured Poets
Love it.
Department is a fantastic.
Dear God,
my God,
it's amazing.
I understand why people are Swifties.
So the night that it came out, actually the day that it came out, I had like a desk day. I just worked here and then listened to it all day on my Google.
Yeah.
And then that night, Cody was working nights, so I couldn't sleep. I watched, she put them all the lyric videos on her YouTube late that night. And I didn't know that, but I just happened to be on YouTube and saw them there. And so I just watched like all the lyric videos. And I was like, oh my God, this is the most amazing thing that has ever happened to my whole life. Like it just, I mean, I saw her when she played at Stampede. I mean, way before she was pop, right? Like, I don't know when it was. My sister and I went, and I still adore her. And I know that you have met her.
No, I haven't.
Is that picture not real?
There's a photo. So
Rocky, stop! You can't just come in here and lick yourself all gross.
no,
that's not real.
No, there's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Who worked in the industry.
Yeah.
Who met her.
Yeah.
And photoshopped my face over his for like a gag birthday present years ago. That I did not meet Taylor Swift. That is a.
Is that Jared?
Yeah.
Okay, well I know I've seen the picture of Jared.
Yeah,
I also just thought
just
thought you were there
no,
too.
I was not wearing a Country 95 t-shirt at any or golf shirt at any.
Did not even notice the shirt.
No, I did not meet her.
I looked at that shirt on like Monday or Tuesday.
She played
for that picture.
She played Lethbridge.
Yeah.
Then, and that was when she opened for who was it? Rodney Atkins.
She was so
the second
little.
opener, and was it Brad Paisley? I feel like that was the concert. She was in, and that's like. There's a few of those artists. Like, do you remember Lady Gaga played the Slice?
No, she played Suede,
Suede.
which is the old Moxie,
right.
And I have her belt
from that show. They're right, Suede. I forgot.
It's upstairs in my closet. It's actually from Aldo.
How over the top is that belt? I've never seen it, but it's
no, it's not. It's just
really?
black leather. It's like actually, yeah. Tina says Brad Paisley. It's actually quite subtle.
Why do you have her belt?
Because she was supposed to do a meet and greet with us, but then she didn't. So then I stole it.
Oh. Should you say that?
That's not the first time I've said it, and that will not be the last.
That's your claim to fame.
No, my claim to fame is being banned from Denny's.
Denny. Look, I don't know what I think. Stealing a belt. No paid tab at Denny. What am I?
We're going to jail tonight, buddy.
I'm not. I recuse myself.
Actually, if there was ever a time I thought we were going to go to jail, it was on your 30th birthday? 35th birthday? What was that? It was like Oktoberfest. That the night that never ended.
Yeah, that was interesting. That
Pete?
was very interesting.
Remember Pete?
Yeah, I do.
Pete
that
in his
was
overalls?
An interesting night.
It was the night that
Lux
just kept on giving.
One.
Haley?
Oh, yes. Yes, took me a second. I got there.
You hadn't slept in like over 24 hours.
Like I did the morning show, and then we just went out, and yeah, it was. Spent some time at the what do they call it? The Gentleman's Club. Is that what it's called?
Didn't you watch somebody slip and puke
in the bathroom? Yeah, that dude fell hard. Like, you're at the point where you're standing there, you've been up for almost 24 hours, you've had a few cold beverages, and then you see that happen, and you're like, I don't know how to react to this. It is hilarious. I also feel for you. I'm not coming into this situation to help you. I don't know the soles on my shoes are going to hold up any better, and I don't want to be rolling around in what you're rolling around in. Also, like, washrooms in a club like that don't usually smell great, but this one was particularly rancid that night for multiple reasons. There was a lot going on. I survived. I
picked her up. I was like, oh my God, she's not wearing any underwear.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It was a weird night.
It was.
All started at Oktoberfest, I think.
Rotary October.
I don't remember.
They never did another one after that. Oh no!
I don't know.
Knights of Columbus?
I don't know. We shouldn't throw any organization under the bus for what it might be.
Oh.
It was just something that
It wasn't their fault.
No, not at all. And
it was one of the best nights of my life.
They had nothing to do with the bathroom situation at the Gentlemen's Club later either. No. That was completely unrelated.
We went to the casino.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
That's where Wux won like a ton of money.
Okay.
It was light out by the time we all got home.
I'm almost 40 now. There's things that I don't remember every detail of every night, that's for sure. There's things that are just vague memories.
That one pops up on my Facebook memories every year, and I'm just like, man.
That was fun. That was crazy.
That was... And he kept trying to steal the liquor cart.
Who did?
Pete.
Oh, at Rotary. Or at
yeah.
Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Organization unknown.
Yeah. Dear Lord. That was a night that wouldn't give up. Yeah. Whose fault was that?
It was you. It was 100. I had no intentions. I honestly don't think there was anything in the plans for that night. It just all of a sudden started happening.
Well, it was a work event.
Yeah. Was I supposed to be there?
Or did
you drag me to it last minute? I feel like I was not involved in any of this from the start.
No, another station was hosting it, but we had to be there as a foursome representing the station. Our station.
Was Cody there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that was the fourth, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense now. That clicks.
Sorry.
No, it's
and
okay.
We represented. We stayed there till it was over. Made 2 or 3 stops.
Yeah, it was multiple. Well, 2 for sure.
2 for sure. I feel like...
Did Soundgarden come into play that night?
Well, I was going to say Average Joe's.
That was usually a guarantee.
Yeah.
But after the puke in the bathroom incident, that might have ended the night.
Yeah, I feel like that might have been the last.
You don't really recover from that. It's not like let's keep going. It's like that's probably a sign that we need to call this in.
Anyway, sorry.
We should have ended this one right.
We went deep into that conversation. Yeah. Probably farther than we should have. Anyway, that was an awesome.
Is there any sponsors? Oh, I know what I was going to ask.
Is there a sponsor on
this?
No.
No, but for me showing up tonight, my cut of the $10,000.
Are you talking about that contest?
Yeah, that's what it was, right? Whoever shows up here to do this gets a cut of that?
I think that's how it works.
Is that how it works?
You have to talk to my my sponsor.
I will be in touch with them.
She's in the comments. She's probably only half listening, though, because she's playing video games.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. She might be watching hockey.
I think she's on a 6v6 EASHL battle tonight. If my chat.
Are you guys playing? Are you supposed to be playing video games right now?
No, Ange does not play video games with me. She did briefly, and then she just stopped, and that was all I could. I get it. We're not friends anymore. I guess.
I can have a talk with her.
Please do. I'm kind of good at this point. I don't know about you. Is this?
Yeah.
How long was yours and Cody's?
Maybe a little shorter than this.
Okay.
Was that your goal? To just be longer than mine and Cody's?
No.
Oh.
But if you guys went 3 hours,
no.
I think so.
No,
I watched a good chunk of it, but
no.
I was I just didn't want to come in and be like, oh, that's
it. No.
This is way longer than most podcasts I do. I cut mine at 60, so. You
cut yours at 60, plus you take, we take bathroom breaks and stuff.
Yeah, there's stuff in there.
Yeah.
I don't.
You talk wholesomely to your grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah, we play games. I was going to do another game where we did shots, but then actually you don't like doing shots very much.
I don't mind a shot here and there, but hard alcohol, I get chest pains from it.
It's like you knew that's the only kind of shots that I have in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I'm well aware.
Yeah. You don't do shots of
If we do this
scotch.
again and you want to do Jello shots, okay.
Well, your wife has to make them because I have never successfully made Jello and I am 42 and a half.
I wonder, like, has it been a decade since Tina made a Jello shot? It might be. Like, the last Jello shot she made may predate our kids. Like,
No, because I'm sure she's made Jello shots in this house.
like a year?
No, like not my house, but the house you guys live in.
I don't know.
I think so.
It's been a while. It's a good Steam song.
It's been a while. Oh, there was something I thought of that I was going to ask you. Farts. What is it? I don't remember.
Okay. I'm good with that.
All right. Well, it's been a slice.
It has been fun.
I
appreciate the
hope
invite.
you all have had a wonderful evening. It's my dog's butthole. Tina can't remember when it was either.
Yeah. Probably 10 years plus.
Tina makes the best Jello shots. Like,
We used to. We don't know anymore. Somebody else out there might have snuck up on her.
how will we know? Unless we have like a Jello shot making competition.
We should have a group hang on your stream. No, we shouldn't. That's a horrible idea.
I would not know how to do that. Like, can I just open the floodgates and let anyone join? I don't even know how that would work. That's too intimidating. Ah! Stuff popped up. Okay, let's do this once a month. Oh my gosh, Jacqueline, that's
Like this? Or like this?
no. I just
Like,
think it's like this.
This? I gotta talk to somebody about that.
You need a manager.
If I'm going regular, there's a fee involved. I'm at least
Well, you
not
don't
bringing my own beer.
I was gonna say you can stop bringing your own beer.
I have to. We talked about that earlier. Feel bad if I don't. No, it's been great. I do appreciate you inviting me. I've had so much fun. This has been a blast.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, it's been alright.
We get man, if we do another one, I am gonna have to come up with stuff to talk about because
We covered most.
we don't really have any other topics.
Yeah, this was all the low-hanging fruit, though.
Yeah.
Like, we'd have to dig a little deeper.
We could talk about Sunscape.
Yeah. Also, like... And
No, don't talk too much.
No,
You might need it.
No,
Okay.
This is... You've done a great job here. I
Thanks.
will say, for, 100 minutes, just the listener interaction, the questions, has really been lacking.
Yep.
And I mean, look, I get it. There's anywhere from, up to a dozen plus people watching kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just, like, a little lazy, if I'm being honest. Like,
Well,
they honestly could have contributed.
We got more viewers at the end here than we did.
Like, you guys could have worked a little hard. Like, the updates on the hockey game were nice, but, like, a little bit more on questions, and, like, it would have just given a little more fuel to the fire. You can't just let it burn out.
I mean, 78 comments.
That actually is pretty good. They were just not...
It was a big guilt trip you just laid down
I know,
there, hey?
I know. It's not mine.
Jeez.
This is yours.
Okay, well, I will, Jacqueline, I forgot to ask a question. Like, she forgot. Now you're just making people feel like crap.
But if we do this once a month, now they've got time to think. They'll write it down in their notes.
I'm gonna give them your mailing address.
I moved.
I'll give them Tina's instead.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Thanks, Erin.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Jordan.
Have a great night.
Have a good rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.